Hi, welcome to the pod. Thanks for taking a seat with us today. I'm Nicole.
And I'm Heidi. This is a safe space for you to join in on our real life, everyday conversations where we often find ourselves discussing women in sport, Paralympic sport, and sitting volleyball. On today's episode, we interview Sara Cirelli, a sitting volleyball athlete on the Italian national team who has been playing since 2015. Sara has previous experience in able-bodied volleyball, but a knee injury from a scooter accident led her to sitting volleyball. She plays for the club team Dream Volley Pisa in Pisa with some of her national teammates, lives in Genoa, and is a biomedical engineer.
Sara is a one-time Paralympian, having competed in Italy's first ever women's sitting volleyball Paralympic appearance, where her team placed 6th. As a competitor against her for years, Sara's passion for the sport is evident, as is her natural ability to lead. She is a true competitor and student of the game, but also believes in the power of Paralympic sport and the Paralympic movement. It was our pleasure to interview Sara, as we both have grown to be a fan of hers on and off the court. We can't wait for you to listen in.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay, Sara Cirelli. What a pleasure. What a treat. Like, I mean every word of what you just said. It's funny to think back. I have a terrible memory. I don't remember the first time I ever met her. I just remember kind of thinking like, oh, Italy's one of the teams that's also growing, and that kind of now is the same like messaging and kind of story of our team having not remained stagnant in rankings and having grown, and good for them. They were better than us for years and
for a while.
I'm not saying we're better, but in terms of rankings we are ranked higher, but
we were battling with them a lot, and we would go to events and be like, we can compete with them. They're a new team, but we can compete. And then they just like kick our butts, and we were like, oops. And then the more and more we train with them, we now back and forth. It's more of a battle and who's going to win and who's going to win how many sets. And it's going to go to 5, 4. Rarely is it a
who's going to take the energy, who's going to have the momentum. They're just fiery.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. I think it brought it out of us, because at first I think we were overwhelmed and intimidated. But
what was your favorite part of the app?
Great question. I think just jumping on another remote call with a familiar face. That was exciting, and that was fun. And to talk to Sara, well, we often do in a more informal setting, as I said. And we're a fan of her on and off court, and I think the off court has developed the more we play Italy. For those of you that aren't aware, we play a lot of friendly matches. They came to Canada and played, I don't know, so many matches against us.
7.
Yeah. And then we went to Italy. So we each have hosted each other at different times and played against them. And so we talk off court, and to have an actual like more formal conversation about some of the things that we just throw at each other and
have experience together.
But also like the conversation, it's always loud around us and we're laughing and we're like, and now it was more of a formal conversation to hear some of the things that Sara, how she views the game, how she views Paralympic sport, quite similar, I think, to the same ways that we do. And it's awesome to see that similar movements are happening in different countries. And I know she was nervous about her English, but she crushed it, and she's so smart as a biomedical engineer that it's like, well, of course she nailed it.
Exactly. I had no worries.
Exactly. We're like,
she had
great.
I really like that she taught us how to say Paralympian and Paralympics in Italian. So just
you want to try
keep listening. I think it's Paralympici.
Paralympici?
It's so cute.
Like
listen. Cute. Like if you listen to one thing in the episode, listen for that. Yeah, you basically hit it on the head, like getting to talk to her more about things that we've experienced together and just views on similar experiences, like the Paralympics, like going to Tokyo together, different tournaments we've been at. And it's just, she's someone that I would and do hang out with off court, and someone that I'll know like my whole life, and that's a really cool part of our sport.
When I invited us there. So.
True. Yeah.
Oh, you live by the ocean? Can we come?
Yeah, I'll be there. I might just not come home from Super 6.
Right, yeah.
Go move to Italy for a couple weeks.
Yeah. And I think the last thing to touch on is just how competitive Sara is. And Italy is a volleyball nation.
Yep.
So, and she played volleyball before sitting volleyball. But I would see that on court, and I definitely saw that in Tokyo. I don't think we mentioned the moment where
We
she's
talked about
like,
it with her.
I know we talked about
Oh,
it
okay.
after, though. I think
Yeah,
not
well,
while we were
good
recording.
point, actually.
We'll include it secretively, but just like how competitive her and her teammates are, and that they like thrive on that. I'd say individually, but also as a team, and you see that passion in the Italian culture, and we can learn from that. We have it in spurts, but in general, Canadians are always apologizing and unsure
I think that's
of how
the
to leave
first
it out there.
time. Yeah, like I mean, I wasn't watching her in that moment. Like after the game, she's like yelling at us. It's a whole thing. Anyways, I just think it's funny. Like sometimes we start to refer to people by their names and like not their numbers. I like know my opponents like by their numbers, but like certain people we now refer to
Totally.
by their names. I'm like after Tokyo, I'm like
Sarah.
Sarah.
I know the numbers.
Yeah,
names,
that's your job.
I'll butcher
It's
them,
also my
pronounce
job.
them wrong. Last name, definitely pronounce it wrong all along, but we're learning. Hi, welcome to the pod.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm
Yeah, how are you?
fine. I'm fine, thanks. I have a cold, so sorry for my voice and sorry for my English. I am Italian, so please.
Your English is perfect
No.
and you have a cute little accent, so don't worry. You already answered my next question, which was, where are you? Obviously in Italy, but what city?
In Genoa right now. It's I live here for work.
For work.
Yes.
I don't know where that is. Genoa?
Yes. Oh, there you
Genoa.
go.
I'm
Genoa.
like, what do you mean you don't know how to say it?
Jen. It's because we don't say anything proper in English.
Genoa
But
is
you're saying
the English
properly.
word, but in Italian is Genova. It's different.
All I can think about is
Excuse our
Genovia, like Genovia, like in Princess Diaries. That's all I can think about. That's not it.
That's not it at all. And last question from me to begin. What time is it where you are?
It's 8 o'clock, more or less.
Is it
Cool.
is it dark outside?
Yes, it's very dark.
And
Yeah.
we are here in Canada at 1 o'clock in the afternoon? 12 o'clock? What time is it?
It's one.
Okay, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, oh my gosh, the time. And it is snowing. It is sunny, but it is
Yeah.
snowing in Canada. So
Nice.
it is winter. Here we are.
We
don't
are
know why.
around 15 degrees now, so almost
We need
spring.
to come visit.
We were 15. Yeah, we were 15 degrees 2 days ago, and then Canada said, "Just kidding, snow."
No, too early for the spring.
Yeah. We would like you to tell us how you say your name, the correct pronunciation of your name, because I'm scared I've been saying it wrong.
I am Sara Cirelli. Cirelli is the correct pronunciation of
see?
my surname.
I guessed earlier.
Yes, Cirelli. That's very good.
If you put your hand up, that's good.
Like an Italian,
Okay,
like
good
a
one.
real Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, tell us a bit about your childhood and a bit about you now.
Okay, I am a biomedical engineer. I am a sitting volleyball player and a one-time Paralympian. And I was born in Pisa. It's a university city in central northern Italy. And I grew up there. I am an only child. And I believe I had a good childhood, even though my parents split up when I was very young. And I think I started to swim before I started to walk, and I like it so much. Yeah, and I still love it. I love the sea, I love the beach, I love everything with water. And
Okay.
when I was 10, more or less, I tried volleyball for the first time, and I decided to stop swimming at a competitive level. So I fell in love with volleyball, and I continued to play until 2009, when I had a motorbike accident and I stopped to play volleyball. I had a lot of surgeries, and I was never able to come back to play volleyball. And after that, and after my best friend accident, Giulia Bellandi, you know her. She is one of my current. She is one of my current teammates. She is my friend, and she was my volleyball teammate when we were a child. So
What?
yes, really. So
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Which Giulia is this?
The setter.
Setter Giulia.
Yes, the setter Giulia.
Yeah, I know everyone's
I
name.
don't know
Number
their
one.
last names. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So after
Okay.
all of this, I decided to study biomedical engineering. I felt like I want to work improving people's life every day. And I really like prosthetics, orthosis. So I moved to the Netherlands
Oh.
for my master thesis project in 2018, and I made a project about a finger mechanism for body-powered prosthesis for hand prosthesis, and it was amazing. Um, but after my studies, I decided to move to Genoa because I found a job here, and I never moved abroad to work because it's too difficult to combine 2 times 4 months training in Italy and live outside. So I decided to stay in Italy, to remain in Italy, to work. And now I'm working for Philips in healthcare system, and I am a technical support specialist and work for radiology informatics. And I enjoy it so far, and who knows, maybe one day I will work again with prosthetics, prostheties. This is me, I think. Do you have questions?
Thank you.
Love
Yeah.
it. No, it's great. That's so cool that you're a biomed engineer.
Yeah.
That's
We've
You're
got-
so
we've got
smart.
a
I'm so
genius on our
intimidated.
hands. That's incredible. We will be visiting you and coming swimming because
When you want.
I also love the ocean. Yeah,
You
I
said
also love the ocean.
you're
I'm
an only
inviting
child?
myself. Yeah,
I'm an only child. Do you love the ocean?
I love the ocean.
I'm like,
That's perfect.
not me.
You can come here when you want.
Perfect.
I have a good couch
Perfect.
here behind me, so
Amazing.
my door is always open.
How did you discover sitting volleyball?
I discovered sitting volleyball in 2015 with Giulia, obviously, because a coach, a volleyball coach, he introduced to us the sport because we didn't know nothing about sitting volleyball, and asked us to try it. We tried it the first time for fun with our best friends and other volleyball teammates, other volleyball players, and we played a match, which was very, very far from a real sitting volleyball game. But at the moment we play again with that moment that you play again with your friends and all teammates. We had the chance to touch a ball again. Because we stopped like for 7 years to play volleyball. So feel again the vibes, the team vibes. It was amazing, and we felt like ridiculous and we laughed really a lot because of it. But it was magic. It was a big joy to come back to play, and I think that since that day we never stopped to play. And
Amazing.
it was like coming back again on the court and play volleyball together. It was hard, but at the same time it was incredible. Yeah, it was very nice
What did you said it was hard. What did you find the most difficult
to move, obviously.
when you sat down to move?
To move.
Yeah, okay.
To move and say, oh, how can I take the ball now when I'm moving?
Yeah.
Yes, obviously we used to jump a lot at the beginning, but jump, like move, yeah, lift.
Did you find that any skills did transfer from when you played indoor to sitting volleyball?
I think that to be an old volleyball player was very important to start because we can at least play, but move, it was the skill that we have to learn from the beginning because it was impossible to move at the beginning. But I think that every skills like to be smart, to be to know what to do in such situation, it was the same as volleyball.
The same, yeah.
Yeah.
And when you joined, did Italy already have a sitting volleyball team that was playing in Europe or internationally?
No, it started the same year. The same year in 2015, the national team started. So we joined the first training camp with the national team. Yeah, it was like we were like
Amazing.
yeah eight girl, and now we are only me and Giulia.
Oh.
Yeah.
All that are left.
Yeah, all the left. Yes, yes.
I knew there was like you were a newer program, but I
Yeah.
thought maybe we just didn't know.
No,
But yeah, you like your team has come so far.
Yeah, in
I didn't know
2015, in
Wow.
April. It was the 17th of April of 2015. Yeah, first training camp of national city volleyball, Italian national city volleyball. Yes,
Okay, so
Almost
next year
9
will be
years.
10 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, almost 10 years.
Cool.
Yeah.
We just want to know if you're comfortable talking about your classification and your disability, a little about how that classifies you for studying volleyball, and a little bit about your story about that if you're comfortable.
Yeah, sure. It's reality. I am a VS2 player, so I don't have problem to talk about it. I feel lucky that I discovered sitting volleyball and I can play this sport. And I am very lucky to be part of the national team. Uh, I have been under review for 4 years, and I think it was the most stressful
Wow.
period of my life, really, because it's like this. And now that my classification is completed, I feel relief and I feel grateful that
Freedom.
yes, that I'm grateful that in the day before the competitions, I no longer have other thoughts to distract me and create anxiety other than the competition. I can finally feel like I'm a complete athlete. I can only think about the matches that await me, and I don't have other distraction. So I'm very happy about that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's a super common experience among VS2s and among minimals. That's so unfortunate and like something that I can't relate to and can't empathize with, but I definitely see how stressful it is on all of you and across all the VS2s on the teams. It's classification is a very interesting and like necessary
Yes, sure.
part of parasport, but it's really unfortunate that I'm not sure how it is in other sports, but for us it's like you said, right before the competition, and like that the mental toughness to train for an event and then maybe sometimes not even know if it's gonna work out and if you're gonna be able to play. Like that's a very, very mentally tough thing to do.
When was your classification confirmed status?
In the World Championship,
Okay.
2000.
2022.
Yes, exactly.
So for listeners that may not know what this means, there can be a review status where athletes continue at every single event to classify. So every event that they're going into, they're feeling stressed, they're feeling nervous. I've done it before, but will I do it again? And then when you get a confirmed status, it's now confirmed either for a period of time or forever, and you're able to just show up to compete, to support your team, and not have to worry about the medical professionals looking at you before you go in to play with your team. So that's just giving some context, and it's very stressful. It's very controversial. It's stressful for the whole team, especially for you, but even myself as a coach. It's like, is that athlete okay? How do we support them? What's going to happen? And normally it's the day before a major game.
Exactly.
It's hard.
It's hard.
So
yes, but
congrats. You're free.
Yes.
thank you. I'm free. Yes. But I'm grateful that I can compete anyway, because
Exactly.
so it's fine. It's part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy now, but
A
it's part
good
of the game.
perspective.
Yeah.
Yep.
What does being a national team sitting volleyball athlete in Italy look like? Do you have a club? Do you have national team training? Give us a bit of a summary.
Okay. Yes, obviously I'm proud of being part of the Italian national team, of course, and I love sharing about it with people, with my colleagues, with my families. But it's also a challenge to be an athlete here, because we are not seen as professional athletes, and we have to get other jobs to live, and combining sitting volleyball and other jobs is not easy. It's challenging, I think, and we have not too much time for our families, for our boyfriends, for our friends. So it's not easy. It's tricky, and obviously Italian Federation supports us and the clubs, because we have clubs. We have a lot of clubs, but for example, only women club, we are around 8 now. There are more clubs for men, and there are a lot of clubs where women and men, because we have also a tournament mixed. And it's very nice. Yes, we have a lot of team there. But we don't have support we don't have a financial support from the club, of course, because there are no money. So there is a very little money compared to indoor volleyball. We cannot compare it at all, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have an Italian championship, but it's like a short competition, so we are only 8 teams this year, so it's like 8-10 games. It's not a big competition, so it's good to have it because we it's another way to play, but it's not enough. It's we have to improve. We have to look for new cities, new club to have sitting volleyball, obviously. And with the national team, we used to train more or less 2 times per month, but from the Friday to Sunday. So every training session is composed by 4 training. So it's not enough, but it's good to us to continue to play, because most of us don't have the club in their city. So some of us not used to play every week. So it's important these 2 times per month to train. And we used to train in Olympic Paralympic center, like we have one in Rome or in Pisa, in Tirrenia. There is a good center. But sometimes we are hosted by some city or club around Italy, and we change location, like we did with you in Veneto, in Treviso. Yeah, it was the same. We were hosted, so we moved there to train.
Amazing.
Yeah. I answered to all the questions. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
You did great.
Okay.
Do you have a club in your city, or do you have to travel for club as well?
I don't have a club here in Genoa, but I have in Pisa. My club is in Pisa, with Giulia and other my teammates.
How far is that?
It's like 180 kilometers. So I used to go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not so far. Every 2 weeks I go to 1 time per month. Depends how close we are to the competition, and I go there to train.
It's called Dream, right?
Dream Volley Pisa. Yes.
Yes. Got it.
We're always like, is this national team? Is this not?
No.
And then we figured it out over time.
Because we are
Through
a
Instagram.
lot of Pisani.
A lot, yeah.
Yes, we are a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said you're not professional, and we know volleyball in Italy is huge, unlike Canada.
Yeah.
But do people know what sitting volleyball is? Maybe this could tie to you've just won an award. Congratulations for that, your team. So is that helping spread awareness?
Yes, it helps, but it's not enough. It's not enough.
Okay.
Yes, because it's a minor sport, obviously, and the public doesn't know about it. Obviously, our friend, our people around us knows, because we post a lot on Instagram, on Facebook, so they obviously know about it. But when I met new people, they don't know about sitting volleyball. And we are also lucky that our federation and the Italian Paralympic committee broadcast our most important matches on TV, if it's possible, obviously. For example, our final match of the European Championship was broadcast live on one of the main Italian public sport channel, but and also our matches in Paralympic game. But obviously, when I first talk about sitting volleyball, everyone thinks that is played using wheelchair and not sitting on the floor. And the reaction when I say that is played sitting on the floor is shocking. Everybody. Yeah. So and it's funny to explain how we play, how we move, describe it, describe the rules, and they seem to understand it, but I think that really no one understands it without seeing it play, because it's hard to describe and to realize and to figure out how is the sport.
I agree.
Yeah.
That seems to be the common response to what is sitting volleyball. That's a conversation we've had over and over, and we're like, have been wondering, is that just a North American thing? Is that everywhere? And then now talking to you and talking to other people, we're like, it's everywhere.
Yes, it's everywhere.
People think it's in wheelchairs, or they think, oh, you're sitting on the ground. Oh, that sounds boring.
Yeah.
We're like, no, we also move around.
Yes.
I thought in Italy, because volleyball is so big, that maybe like volleyball fans would know sitting volleyball. So that's a little bit surprising to me, but maybe there's more potential for that to happen, or maybe they're just like, no, this is the version we watch. I'm not sure. But
no, I think that thanks to our federation, that they public our results, every lot of stuff about us on their page, on the social page. So most of the volleyball players knows about it, maybe. But not all the volleyball players.
not everyone.
Yes, not everyone. Because I think sometimes the people scroll down and doesn't pay attention to what they are seeing. So they didn't. Maybe they see, oh, okay, sitting volleyball. They won the European Championship. But But I think that they don't ask himself what is sitting volleyball. So I don't. I think, but I'm not so sure.
Okay. We want to know if there is a word in Italian for Paralympian or Paralympics.
Yes.
Or if it's those words, or if there's a different word.
No, it's the same. Is Paralimpico. Paralimpico is Olimpico and Paralimpico, like Olympic and Paralympic.
Okay.
Is the same. And Paralimpici are the athletes. That.
Cute.
Yes, it's nice.
Paralympici. That's cute.
Is there a word for sitting volleyball
No.
as well? No?
Sitting volleyball. We used to say sitting volleyball. Yes.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yes, I play sitting. We used to take shorts, sitting. Yes.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
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 Oh. Okay. You're a one-time Paralympian, and your team has qualified for Paris. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What does it mean to be a Paralympian?
This is a very hard question, I think, because of course I feel so proud to be a one-time Paralympian, and I hope I will participate to Paris. I still say Tokyo. I don't know why. For me,
all the time. Me too.
For me, Paralympic is Tokyo. So I would say, okay, I hope to participate to Tokyo. No, it's Paris this time.
No.
I hope. So I hope to become a two-time Paralympian, of course. I'm proud. I'm happy to be it. It's like I think that Paralympic is the bigger event of sport that exists. It's the most, yes, in general, it's the biggest events. And I hope that every time this our sport, but I think all the sport, the Paralympic sport, can reach as many people as possible and make us known for what we do, for what we are, for all the disabilities. And for example, in Italy, sometimes disability is still seen as a shame or something that we have to hide. and Paralympics are broadcast on the major Italian networks. And I always hope that more people will be able to see them, to know us, for example, also. And I think that the message that this great event represents is very important, especially for young people with disabilities who I think very often know about that there is a world outside wait for them, and the sport is amazing, and you can know people, you can go out, you can travel all the world, and so I think that I'm proud to be part of that world and to give a message to who is at home and watch it.
Very well said. I think we agree with that, and our team is really proud to be part of the Paralympic movement. Is your team, obviously they want to be Paralympians, they're proud to be at the Paralympics, but is that something that your team talks about? Is that representation?
No, I think that is the focus. I think that
it is.
Yes. Also, when we know each other, it was like no other stories, no other people with disabilities came in their families, came into the no families, and everything is behind a person. And at the beginning should be like only I play for fun, but when you know what there is also, what there is more behind just the sport, you cannot avoid it, I think. So it's we do, and it's important. It's important for us. Yeah.
We know your team, and we've trained with you probably more than, other than the Americans, any other team. So I just wanted to ask that question. I don't think I've talked to anyone on your team about it other than all of you guys after events, but like your coaches, I don't speak to them as much. So I was just curious if that's part of the movement and the message. And we see it. We see how your team shows up and how professional you are and how competitive you are. So it's great to know that that is behind and that representation is there in Italy as well, because that's what's creating change. Yeah. And you're going to look back, like your whole team in the future, and be like, yes, like Paralympic sport's in a better position now because of the work that you did. So yes. I'm proud to know that and hear that.
Good job. Very well said. I'm just like in awe at how like eloquently she can speak. Not me. Not actually a question, but you qualified for Paris, not Tokyo, Paris, from the European Championships. Tell us a little about that. You had some close games. That was stressful watching. I'm sure it was stressful for you as well.
I'm not sure. I want to think about it.
And you were hosting.
She said it.
We did it.
You did it.
We did it. Really, if I rewatch the match, I say, no, we lose that match. We are going to lose it. Every time I am like anxious because I said, no, it's impossible that we won this match. It's impossible. I don't know.
Yeah, the semi-final?
The semi-final, yes, I'm talking about the semi-final. Yes.
Yeah.
I was driving to the mountains and I was getting text updates and I was panicking. Like, they need to qualify, like, let's go. And so then I started streaming it on my phone and I'm like, let's go.
Thank you for your support, really.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course, but that had to be scary. Down 2-0, just pressure's on.
Yeah. I think that I don't think. I know that during the match, I thought we are going to lose this match. And I thought it in the middle of the second set. And it was scary. I was really scared because we have all our families there. We were in our place. We were at home. So we said, no, we cannot come back to our place if we lose today. And I don't know, we really started that match freeze, like panicking. And it was strange. We were not able to play. And I hate these things because really we were not able to play the first 2 sets. And when we came back in the court on the third set, we said, okay, girl, please, let's start this match now. And we will have to win this match 3-0, please. We have to do it. And we did it. I don't know why. I don't know how. But we did it. We really wanted. It is not our best match, of course. I think it is one of the worst, but it's part of the game also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate to watching games back like that, but it's so, like, at the end of the day, you still won. You grinded it out and you made it to the end and you came out on top. And that's a really valuable, I think, lesson and experience. Like, there are very few games we get to play with that much pressure. Yeah. There's only a handful of times that we play such big games, and to be able to be down and then come back and win, that is such valuable experience and just makes you and your team and your staff, everybody just that much better for it. That's so valuable. So I totally can relate to that. Was the worst game ever. I don't want to watch it again, but it's also like that grit and that fire, like, and also for me, that's like what your team is about, just like being relentless and never giving up. It is so annoying to play against you because you just are always there and always getting better through the game. So
it's the Italian spice that comes with playing, and that perseverance through adversity. We really saw that in that match. And I knew you guys would show up. I was waiting.
I was like, they're not giving up. Like, the game just started.
Sure if
That's
it
right.
was going to be enough. I could not recognize that team I saw in the first 2 sets. You were all very nervous, you weren't playing that Italian style of volleyball. And then I watched it settle in. You started serving tougher. You started putting the opponent out of system. And then all of a sudden the cheering came and you were looking to each other and you looked connected. And I was like, those are the girls.
There they
know.
are.
Yeah,
there
watch out.
That's right.
And so, right? Like it's hard to play against that. And that shows the power of your team and that togetherness and the belief in each other. And to me, really, the word is perseverance. You've all gone through so much in your lives and you were able to use that strength to compete. And that's why we don't like playing against you. It's hard.
Or do we like...
We love it. I'm joking. But it's like, man, no one's going to give up. Like, both teams are just going head to head.
That's
it's
right.
special. Yeah.
It is.
Thank you.
We love
Anyway, really, thank you.
Of course.
I'm like, this is a long question.
Well, first of all, what place did your team get at the 2018 World Championships?
We arrived fourth.
Do you remember?
Fourth, yes.
Fourth,
Yes.
yeah.
It was amazing. Yeah. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Unexpected, completely.
Right?
Completely.
You won some big games there.
We won against
I think you beat Iran.
The Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, did you beat Iran?
Yes,
top
yes.
8, I think. Yeah.
In the pool, yes. We were with Iran, China, and Slovenia, I think. And we arrived second because we won Iran.
Mm-hmm.
And after that,
I
we
remember that.
play against the Netherlands. I remember that you lose the game 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because we were there to see you. Yeah, and we were scared because the team that won that match will play against us. And at that time, I said, I don't want to play against Canada. I prefer to play against the Netherlands, really. I was scared. I was.
You got your wish.
You got your wish.
Yeah.
We also beat them in the end too, so that was
I know.
Yeah.
I remember.
That's
So it was like, I think the best moment of our. The best moment, no, but the first very important. Yeah, the first very important game. We won 15-12, if I don't remember wrong. It was crazy. It was crazy, that match.
It was amazing to see the growth of your team because we'd seen you before in China.
Yes,
and then
exactly.
2018, we're like, this team, who are these people?
Yeah.
You guys just like came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then we continued to see your team after that. And so the question is, how does your team continue to grow and improve every time you play?
Yeah, I think that it's very hard to continue to improve, and I think that we are not improving. We improved a lot fast at the beginning, in the first 3 years, 4 years, I will say. But I think that we had like a big stop during the COVID. I'm not sure if the cause was the COVID, or I don't know. But for example, you improved a lot in that period, and when we saw you in Tokyo, you gave us a big gap. So it was like we lose some time, I think. So it's hard to improve. It's hard to improve year by year, and we are improving, but less faster now. Slower than
Which
the
makes
first
sense.
3 years, I think. It's not easy. I think that you have to have new challenge every time, and we have it, but I think we need more. We need more, and I think we can improve more, but I hope that we are doing. But it's not so easy now, because we are always the same people.
I agree. I think it's hard. Now I'm thinking on an individual level. So you said you live in a city without a club team.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? What does a day look like for you? What are you doing to continue to be able to be a top level sitting volleyball player yourself? You have the knowledge. We see that. You know the game. You think at a high level, but individually, what are you doing to try to contribute to that?
It's hard, and I try to have my body at the best as I can, and I go to the gym more time than I can, obviously, because I work 8 hours per day, so it's not easy. And I do physiotherapist for my shoulder, because I have a lot of problem with my shoulder. And every 2 weeks, or if I can, all the week when I am in Pisa, I train with the team, so with the ball. But most of the time when I'm here, I used to have a ball here and train on the wall, but it's not the same. It's just to feel the ball and to have contact with the ball, but it's not easy.
Do you think that, well, there's obviously a push with 6 months to go until the Paris Paralympics. Do you think the key to success is training, like with your team, actually practicing, or competing in matches? Do you know your plan up until the games?
I think that we need both. We have a full schedule. We have a full schedule, and we have a lot of match. In these 6 months, we will have a lot of match. For example, tomorrow we will go to a training camp, and we will play against Slovenia. So Slovenia will come here in Italy, and they...
That's awesome. Europe, you get to play all the time in Europe.
She's only mad because we never get to do that.
I'm just shaking my head because you were just with Ukraine, weren't you?
Yes. The Ukrainian came here 2 weeks ago. Yes.
Yeah.
So we
Amazing.
We played a lot. Yes. And after we will participate to the Golden League, European here in Europe, and the Super Six. Are you coming to Super Six? Yeah.
That's what I was getting at.
I wish we could come to Golden League.
I know. We're like, can
Do you
we
want
play
to
in
come?
the European leagues? Like,
Yes.
we do.
Yes.
We want to
nice.
play it everywhere. But yeah, Super Six, we just got the invitation.
Me too.
So
Me,
now
not,
they'll
not
tell
me,
us
the team
who-
too.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So they'll tell us who will be going. But I'm hoping that the top 6 teams will be there, and that'll be the biggest competition before
Yes, it will be
the
amazing.
games.
Are you coming to Assen also?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
That's cool.
We're going to be in Europe 3 times, like
Wow.
June, July, and August. So back to back to back all summer, back and forth. So a lot of
Should be
travel.
crazy.
But that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's like I think after Super 6 to the Netherlands, it's what, like 2.5 week gap?
Yeah.
We're
Like, should
we
I just
stay?
stay in Europe?
Do you want
Can I
to
go live
stay?
with Sarah and just
Yes, sure. Obviously.
train? Perfect.
Yes.
We'll be there.
If you want to play with us, we will have also the Italian Championship the week after the you can come to our
Oh,
to our
perfect.
team.
Dream team.
Do you want to come?
Perfect.
We can sign it now.
Maybe.
Do you want?
Yeah, right.
We'll talk about it after the episode, but yeah, I do.
That's fine.
Wow.
Done.
Right?
That's done.
Done.
If you want,
Easy.
you can say, oh, also we have the like the European match for club.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
have there are 2 weeks, and we have 1 week the Italian Championship, and the other the European Championship for club. So you have 2 weeks of training if you want with us.
Wow. We're so jealous.
So
of
they
that.
train about what, like 6 times more matches?
Matches, yeah.
Yeah.
We,
But
we
it-
train in regional centers, but we don't have
It's
matches
different,
like
yeah.
It's
you do.
different.
So
Mhm.
our main center is in Edmonton, which is where we are, which is where we both live. So I practice 3 to 4 to maybe 5 times in the summer, and
A week?
a week maybe.
Yeah, you said in the summer. But like
In the
a
summer,
week.
only 5 times. No, 3 to 4 to 5 times a week in the summer, which is great to be able to get on court and practice every day with my coach. But it's different than competing, so I'm
Yeah.
definitely jealous of the competition opportunities.
Yes, but it's only in that period because it's everything
Yeah.
concentrated on June. I don't know why June will be crazy.
Yeah.
June, July, and August
Non-stop.
non-stop, and I'm really scared about it. But yes, it will be like 1 month and a half without stop, really. So
Mm-hmm.
we will
Yeah.
survive, I hope.
Yeah. You,
I
you
hope.
need to manage your body, but
Yeah,
as far as building into the Paralympics, that's good. It's a good thing because
Yeah.
then by the time you get to the games, you should be feeling good.
Yeah, you need a vacation in July. You need.
at the end of July, I
take a
am
break.
planning it. Yes, exactly.
Okay, good. Okay.
1 week.
Perfect.
I'm like, give your shoulder a break.
Yes, I'm scared about with my shoulder.
Okay, so we're using the podcast hopefully to reduce stigma around parasport. Do you have like a funny story or something that you'd like to highlight along your journey?
She said that really fast.
No,
I
no,
can
I
take it.
understood it. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm like, I think her face is that she doesn't want to tell us the story.
I have a lot of funny stories, but it's too hard to tell it now. For example, I don't know if it's funny, but for example, the first time in Japan, we went, and I think the third day, we went to a temple in Japan, and Giulia falls down and broke her prosthesis in Japan. Yes, and
No.
and the day ended with the prosthetic opened by her and Roberta, because Roberta used to work with her leg, and they didn't succeed. They broke the prosthetic at all. So it was like crazy, but we were very lucky because the day after, someone of the organization bring Giulia to a center, and they fixed completely the prosthetic. It was amazing, but it was very scary because we had like 10 days more, and she said, "Oh, I can't do it now. I don't have a wheelchair." So it was funny because we were like 12 people in one room trying to fix the prosthetic, and we failed. So
Yeah.
this is
Was
one.
that in like the Tokyo Games?
No, it was before. It was
In
in
Chiba.
Chiba. Yes,
Yeah.
before Chiba. We were in Sendai. It happened there. Yeah. So before it came to Chiba.
That's a good story. I'm glad it all worked. I'm glad it all worked out.
Yes.
But that's a story that like people who don't know parasport or know an amputee would have no clue that like your leg can break
Yeah.
or your leg won't fit or all these things happen, and for us it's like kind of normal, which sounds kind of like weird, but we just are used to it. And we're like, problem solve. How do we fix this? How do we fix this? And then your team broke it and made it worse, but then you had a solution in the end. And we totally now lots of people travel with 2 prosthetic legs, one for like walking and one for competing, or sorry, more for like sport because of that.
And it was the same in Tokyo during Paralympic, but of course there were the
The prosthetist.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So it was very
To
easy.
fix it.
Yes.
One more question that doesn't really have to do with sitting volleyball. You came to Canada to play against us.
Yeah.
You came to the city that we live in. I don't think you saw too much, but what did you think of Canada? What did you think of Canadians?
Oh, too hard this question.
Putting you on the spot.
I think that you have a lot of space in Canada, a lot of free space, a lot of
Yes.
big street, big road. Um, Here in Italy, it's very difficult. If you will come to Genoa, you will understand why I'm saying this. Because here, everything is stiff, is closed.
Narrow.
Yes,
Yeah.
because here we have the sea and the mountain up, behind. So the city is like in the middle of sea and mountain. About Canadian, really, I don't know. I love you. I really like you. So I think that the Canadians are amazing, but I know few people, only few people to talk about it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't know. I think that you speak very fast, for example. Too much for me sometimes.
Sorry.
But you are very kind people. I really like you. And one of the things that I love about this sport, about sitting volleyball, is to have the chance to know a lot of people, and to share this amazing sport together. I think really I have to thank sitting volleyball for that, because it makes me the opportunity to know a lot of people, a lot of stories, and go around the world with it. And obviously, to having the chance to see a lot of airport and training court around the world.
Yes.
Thanks to City Volleyball for that. Very few cities, but a lot
Right.
of training court.
Well,
Did
when
you
you guys
try?
were here, it was playoffs. It
Yeah.
was,
Yeah, well, it was hockey playoffs, so you
Yes.
got a little experience
you
of
got
the
a
culture.
you got a real like Edmonton experience.
It was amazing. It was really amazing that day. I cannot forget it, for sure.
That was wild. Just you can like see the stadium from where we were. So
And bad pizza.
bad
Horrible
pizza.
pizza.
Bad
So
pizza.
embarrassing. Who ordered pizza for the Italians in Edmonton?
It happens.
At a
Don't worry.
bar.
They were like, "This is like bread. Like this isn't pizza."
Don't worry. We know it. It's normal
Yeah.
for us. Don't worry. We don't choose to
But
eat pasta also outside, because we know that it's not real pasta. But it's okay.
Yeah. Did you have any Canadian food that you liked? You probably didn't have much, though. No. They went to Denny's.
You
so
can
they had
say no.
pancakes.
Like we know you went to Denny's.
We went
like,
to Denny's. Denny's was very good. Yes, I remember that in the afternoon I cannot move on the court because I was too
Yes.
full. It was just too much food for me for the breakfast. Yeah. But
Yeah.
pancake are very good. Yes.
A Canadian brunch or breakfast is very different, or like a North American. So big.
Yeah.
Fried.
Yes,
Yeah.
fried with sweet.
Sorry.
It was
Yeah.
too much.
There's a reason that Mediterranean people
Yeah.
live forever. It's like,
It's a little bit of a different lifestyle.
okay.
That was just my pop quiz I wanted to give you. That was not,
was
not
an
on the
added
question list. Is there anything else you want to touch on as far as parasport or women in sport that we didn't ask you? No pressure.
I think we talk a lot about it. Obviously, one thinks that maybe it's the same for you. I don't know, but here in Italy we have a big gap between Paralympic sport and Olympic sport. Also, we are lucky, for example, compared to other countries. I know because for example, we have the medal prize that is half than the Olympic one. But anyway, there is a money for that. We are also lucky as a team because we in the World Championship we arrived fifth and we became elite athletes and we receive money compensation for that from the Italian Paralympic Committee. Every month we receive that money, but obviously they are nothing compared about an Olympic that used to live with that money. We cannot do it, so we need a job to live, and for us, sitting volleyball is just a passion, and instead of have a lot of vacation during the year like all my colleagues, we used to train, but it's fine and we love it. But it's obviously it's a sacrifice, because we sacrifice. We used to not spend all the time that we want with our families, our friends. So it's not easy, but it's a starting point, I think. It's improving every year. Every year I see that we have improvement, but I hope that in the future a Paralympic athletes can live also for the sport, like the Olympic athletes can do.
Do you mind us asking what the medal amounts are? So like how many euros you'd get for a gold, silver and bronze? Do you know?
Okay, for the Olympic, it's a lot of money. It's like 150,000 euros for
a gold.
For a gold, yes. And I'm
Incredible.
Yes, it's a lot of money, really. And it's I think I don't remember really exactly. It's like maybe 80,000 for the silver. Maybe 50 for the bronze. I'm not sure. I can check if you want. And
we can Google it. Yeah.
Yes, you can Google it. And for the Paralympic, it's like for the bronze medal.
No worries.
20,000. For the silver, maybe 30, and for the gold, 50 or 60. I don't remember. But it's a good price. Yep. It's a lot of money.
In Canada, it just happened. I'm not sure if you've listened to our previous episodes, but it's just happened where Paralympians even got medal money.
Okay.
So before there was no money at all, but now it's equal. Heidi, if you want to touch on what the amounts are.
Yeah, I'm scared to get it wrong. I think it's 20,000 for a gold.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 20,000 for a gold, 15 for a silver, and 10 for a bronze. Okay. And that's been the Olympic price for medals for I don't know how long, but the Paralympics just started like a separate fund. Our Olympic and Paralympic federations are separate, so the Paralympics had to do some fundraising and started a fund, and they finally decided to do it where it was sustainable, and they'll do it for future games. They didn't just want to do it for one Paralympic Games. They wanted to set it up for the future. So it's the same as the Olympic medals, but it's interesting to hear the prices in comparison. And
one that a euro is worth 1.5 Canadian dollars. So
I was like doing all the math in my head.
It's a lot.
How many Canadian dollars is 150,000 euros?
Yes, we have a lot of taxes on it.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't know if you have it. We have like 20% of taxes for everything. Okay. Yes. This is a big challenge also, because 20% is a lot. I think that maybe for the Olympics is too much, but
that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
share it.
Yeah,
share it.
It's a lot of money, really. Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
Anything?
We're pretty much done.
Yeah.
Well, we are done.
Anything to add? Before we...
Anything to add? I just really love Sara Cirelli. I'm trying to say your name correctly.
It's perfect.
Thank you. I have just a terrible memory, so I couldn't even remember the first time that we like officially met or talked, but you're just such a spicy, fiery person. I just like love and hate playing against you, because it's fun, but it's challenging, and I'm really, just like you said, grateful to Sitting Volleyball for the off-court relationships also. It's really cool. I never would have thought I'd be making friends in different countries who also love the same sport as me, who also have disabilities, and just being part of this community I think is so special, and I'm glad we get to grow Sitting Volleyball together.
Agreed.
Yes, completely agree. Completely. I'm very happy about it.
I think you touched on like a couple things when we asked you if you could add anything, but a little bit around like, you're always like, well, I'm thankful for this, but this could be better. And I think we feel the exact same, right? We're very grateful for what we have, but to continue to grow sport, women in sport and parasport and Paralympic sport, we have to ask for more. So I really appreciate that when we talk to you and when we have conversations off court. It's always like, let's support each other as competitors, but then also like, let's push for more. So we really, really appreciate that. And we're grateful for the friendships with your whole team, really. Not everyone can speak English.
Yeah, I know.
But we're thankful for that. And we truly are thankful for the fact that Paralympic sport is so much more than sport. It's about these connections, and it's about pushing for more and growing the game and showing everyone what is possible. So thank you for being part of that.
Thank you for inviting me. Really, it was amazing, and it is amazing really know each other and share this moment. I'm very happy about it.
Exactly.
I was very scared for today, but,
Sarah.
but
You
really,
did so good.
I am very happy to be part to take part of it.
Thank you.
Thank you. For the people listening and for all the fans, where can we follow you on social media and your team?
On Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah, Instagram, and TikTok,
Facebook, TikTok. I don't have it. I think I am too old for TikTok. Maybe I don't know.
I'm with you.
So yes, Instagram. You can follow me there. That's fine.
Does your team have an Instagram account?
No, we used to have the federation Instagram account. They posted there everything about us.
We'll include a link to your bio in our notes when we post the episode.
Thank you.
Thank
Sweet.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for listening to our passion project. We had a really fun time hanging out with Sara Cirelli. And yeah, it was just fun to hang out with her and spend some time off court. We normally do hang out with her off court sometimes and have a lot of conversations, but it was fun to talk about more big picture, more serious, quote unquote, things. And again, I learned a lot, and I think Ben did too. And
always.
Yeah, overall a really good time.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you learned something today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any feedback, as always, DM us. Yep. That means you must follow us. So follow us at Take a Seat Cast on Instagram. Links to our socials will be in our show notes as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Do we normally say goodbye?